Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So I've put out 2 videos already about Mackenzie McKee's new book, Straightening My Crown, Conquering My Royal Mistakes. So far we've talked about a situation that happened with Mackenzie when she was just 4 years old. That's when it started happening. She was child SH. She was molested when she was 4, or it started when she was 4. One of the guys was 8 years older than her. Another one of the boys, also older than her. One being a neighbor and one actually attending her mom's daycare. Her mom ran an in-house daycare, and one of the boys attended the daycare, and he was 8 years older than her. So we've covered that. We've talked some about that. I've decided I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to buy the book. That way I can do like a little bit of a deeper dive into her story and the things that is in this book. But even though I don't have the book yet, excerpts are coming out. People that have read the book, they're coming out with stories that they've read in the book. So I really think it's going to be a really good book just from what we've read so far, or what's out there so far. So we talk about the situation that happened with her when she was a child. And then I just recorded a video about her being put in a mental institution when she was pregnant with her son Bronx back in 2016. That's also very interesting to listen to and to think about the fact that Mackenzie was going through something so, I would have to imagine, traumatizing, still at a young age and while being pregnant. So if you guys want to watch that video, I'm actually going to link both of the videos that I've done so far in the description box below. So check those out if you want to. In this video, we're going to talk about a story that Mackenzie has never really commented on that much, other than just to deny it. But Mackenzie really gives like a deep dive into what happened, what really happened behind the scenes of her 2015 sex tape scandal. I don't know if you guys know this, but several of the Teen Mom cast members were offered to do a tape by their then manager, Gina Rodriguez. So a lot of these girls had Gina Rodriguez as their manager. So far, from what I know, Mackenzie hasn't come out to say that Gina was her manager, but I'm willing to bet that it was Gina, because Farrah Abraham, she was the only one of the Teen Mom girls that accepted this offer, that took this opportunity. And the story was, oh, it was something personal for me to have for myself. I was dating the guy at the time, but the guy was a PORN star. Right before, news spread of this alleged tape, she was spotted out in public holding hands with him. Very staged photos. It was like someone literally called and was like, hey, Farrah and James Dean, they're going to be at the Chuck E. Cheese, go take pictures of them. Very staged. And then all of a sudden, there's rumors that Farrah has this tape and James Dean is in it. She denies it. From my understanding, the situation was, it was all planned. Let's take these pictures, claim you are dating, we'll put the video out, claim that it was on accident, you'll get money for it, it'll be publicity, blah, 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 blah. Now, from what I've heard, Amber Portwood was offered a similar opportunity as well, and it was when she was dating Matt Beyer, that they also, through Amber's manager, was approached with an opportunity. Hey, you and Matt, make this tape, say that someone broke into your home and stole the tape. You guys can get the money for it, get the publicity for it, and you can, have this excuse of, we didn't do this on purpose. We would have never done this on purpose. We didn't mean for this to get out. It's going to go out anyway, so we might as well get paid for it since everybody's going to be watching. So Amber Portwood was offered something similar to this. I also think I remember Janelle being offered something like this as well, but she did not take it. And now Mackenzie, she tells us her story of what happened with her. So back in 2015, Mackenzie's name made headlines when rumors circulated that she had made this tape and was in talks with Vivid Video, which is who Farrah used, to release the tape. Now at the time, Mackenzie denied that there was such a tape, but was then photographed meeting the producers at Vivid in California just days later. So rumors come out, TMZ, everybody's putting out these rumors or these stories. Mackenzie McKee alleged sex tape. No, there's no tape. And then days later, there's photos of her outside Vivid Productions. Same exact thing happened with Farrah. Rumors came out, and then we see Farrah, her daughter, and her father outside of Vivid Productions going in for a meeting with the producers at Vivid. So it's the same exact scenario, just a different Teen Mom cast member. Now, Mackenzie at the time never addressed what happened, but in this book, she kind of goes over all the details. She claims that her new mentor tricked her into the whole thing, allegedly telling Mackenzie that this would eventually lead her to getting speaking engagements to help girls lead Christian lives. What? Okay, so this woman, knowing that Mackenzie comes from a Christian background, who, at a young age got pregnant, so made a mistake, now is telling her, hey, go do this, because then you can bounce back from it. Well, how do you bounce back from it? You can do these speaking engagements and talk about all that you learned from getting pregnant at a young age and this tape being leaked, that you've learned so much and it drew you closer to God and la-di-da-da-da. What a piece of crap. That's so wrong to do, to try to you can get speaking engagements to talk about, to help girls lead a more Christian life, because you didn't, you as a Christian, then you lost your way for a little bit and then you came back and you regret all these mistakes. That is such manipulation in my eyes, to convince someone to do something that otherwise they would not do. So Mackenzie, in her book, she writes, this producer promised she could help me achieve the level of fame and wealth that I wanted so badly if I just trusted her and let her handle boosting my image and relevance. Even though I felt like something was a little off, I was willing to take the risk and let her take me under her wing. She was so persuasive and kept coming after me, telling me how great my life could be if I just listened to her. Well, things got weird quickly. She said she had just the right opportunity for me, and all I needed to do was let her tell the media that someone had leaked a sex tape of me. To be clear, there was and still is no tape, but the producer said that even bad press is good press, and that I could go on TV and social media afterwards and publicly deny that the tape existed. Mackenzie wrote that she fell for the scheme because she was young, naive, gullible, and in way over her head in every aspect of her life, more than likely, because she was so young and she was already, a young mom who was now thrown into the spotlight. So she just says she was naive, she tended to believe people, she was gullible, and she was in over her head. In the book, she goes on to write, she convinced me that by doing this, I could turn the experience into speaking engagements for young girls trying to lead better Christian lives. I know, it doesn't make sense in retrospect to me either, and I don't know why I fell for it. Mackenzie said that she then flew to Los Angeles to meet up with her mentor, aka her manager, aka allegedly, possibly, Gina Rodriguez, who took her to a building so that Mackenzie could meet up with her friend, with Gina's friend. That friend turned out to be the Vivid founder, Scott Hirsch. Now, in the book, Mackenzie writes, we got out of her car and her friend was standing outside in front of her business just waiting to greet us. The producer told me to shake the man's hand and someone snapped a few pictures. Little did I know that I was shaking the hand with a famous porn producer and that all this was arranged so that she could generate publicity by sending these pictures out to all the tabloids. Wow, that's so sneaky, but that's how it works. The tabloids are in on it. A lot of these tabloids, they know. Hey, we're going to be sending you guys some pictures. Make sure you put it out. And this is the story I want you to tell. And they're like, okay, great, got it. Mackenzie claimed that she had no idea that Vivid was an adult entertainment company. She wrote, here I was on social media, shaking the hand of a porn king in front of a giant sign with the porn business name emblazoned across it. To seal the deal, the woman told me that now I just needed to accidentally send her a picture of my boobs so that she could leak that to the press and then things would really take off. She goes on to say there was no way I was going to do that, and she got angry and called the whole deal off. So, of course, no tape ever surfaced. Mackenzie always denied that one even existed. In the book, she claims that her family, her husband, they was all upset with her. They were hurt. They were embarrassed. And I remember when this happened, and it seems like I remember hearing that Josh was furious over this situation, that he was furious over the fact that Mackenzie would even be, you know, attempting to fake a scenario like this because of how embarrassing it was. In the book, she wrote, "You know what I got out of it? Absolutely nothing more than a humiliated spouse and family, a long recovery from earning a fake bad reputation, and losing a job as a cheer coach years later because all the moms saw the story on the internet and complained that I was a PORN star who wasn't fit to teach kids. At the time, I didn't understand that once something's on the internet, it never goes away, and someone will always find it." So that's Mackenzie's story that she wrote in her book. Now, according to the Ashley, Mackenzie's story was a little bit different back in 2015. So back in 2015, according to the Ashley, this is how things went down. I'm actually going to go over a transcript of a video interview that Mackenzie did in 2015 during the scandal. So the transcript reads, "I would never make a SEX tape. My phone was stolen and looked through, and there's personal videos and photos on there that are for mine and my husband's eyes to see. My phone was taken and I got it back, but they were looking through trying to find someone to call and found the tapes." She claimed that the videos feature her and Josh and they were never meant to be released to the public. At the time, Mackenzie's mom, Angie, denied any tapes existed as well. She tweeted to a fan, "It's simply not true. There isn't a tape and there never has been. It's a ridiculous made-up lie." So it seems like, you know, Mackenzie was kind of going along with it a little bit. I mean, she was told deny it, and she did. She denied, you know, that she made one, but she did tell a little story like, "Oh, well, someone stole my phone, so maybe they have pictures and videos, possibly. I heard they were trying to sell some of it." When really that wasn't the case. That was not the case at all. They was just putting all this out there for publicity. So there's the story, you guys. Mackenzie had never spoken about this publicly, so this is the first time that she's really given the behind the scenes of what went down back in 2015 when all this was coming out, that there was this tape and, you know, there were pictures of her outside Vivid Entertainment. Now she's saying that she was manipulated. She trusted her mentor, allegedly Gina Rodriguez, and she listened to her thinking that maybe it would boost her fame, it would help her financially, and that it would possibly even lead to more opportunities to help young girls. Like Mackenzie said, she was young, she was gullible, she was naive, so that's why she believed her mentor, manager, allegedly Gina Rodriguez. You guys, leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. It really just gives us more of an idea of how scandalous these people are, how manipulative, you know, these managers are, because they make money off this. Every time you make $1, they're making 50 cents, you know, so they're making money. So they will literally do anything to make money, for you to make money so they can make money. And it's not their name on the line. If you claim there's a leaked tape, it's no embarrassment to them. So they don't care if you're embarrassed because it doesn't affect them. It affects their bank account getting fatter, and that's it, which is really sad when you really look at it, because none of these people care about the women or the men that they work for. Leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Like I said, I will be ordering the book and we'll get a little bit deeper into it, and I'll be pulling, you know, different stories like this out of the book so we can go over to my channel. Let me know your thoughts about this story. Leave it in the comment section below. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye, everyone.